5 corporations make almost everything inside your home, and they are counting on you never finding out. Why does a washing machine that used to last 19 years now die in 10? And why does one of the most American brands in your kitchen secretly answer to a company on the other side of the planet? Today, we are going to pull the badges off these machines and show you who really built them. We are going to expose the single hidden part engineered to kill your appliance the moment the warranty expires. And we are going to show you the only 3 types of appliances you should ever spend your money on again. Because the brand on the door is not the company that made it. And once you see how this works, you will never shop the same way again. Walk into any appliance showroom and you think you are looking at competition. You see Maytag, KitchenAid, JennAir, Amana, Whirlpool, and Roper lined up like rivals fighting for your business. You are not looking at competition. You are looking at a costume party. Every single one of those names belongs to one company, Whirlpool Corporation, headquartered in Benton Harbor, Michigan. The premium Maytag with the industrial handles and the budget Amana at the end of the aisle are frequently the same machine built on the same assembly line, separated only by the sticker, the warranty card, and the price tag. Now widen the lens. General Electric Appliances, the most patriotic name in the American kitchen, have been owned since 2016 by Haier, a corporation based in Qingdao, China. Samsung and LG, both Korean, together control roughly 40% of the market by dollar. And almost everything on your countertop, your Crock-Pot, your Mr. Coffee, your Oster blender, your Sunbeam, traces back to a single conglomerate called Newell Brands. There is no better proof of the illusion than Kenmore, the house brand that sold in Sears for almost a century. Kenmore never built a single machine. Sears wrote the specifications and then handed them to Whirlpool or to LG or to Electrolux to actually manufacture. The trusted name on the front was a sticker over somebody else's factory the entire time. This is the whole illusion in one word. You believe you are choosing between rivals, weighing one company against another, when in truth, a handful of corporate parents have already divided the showroom between themselves and set the prices on every door. 5 parents, dozens of masks, and here is the question that should keep you up at night. If they already own everything, what incentive do they have to build any of it to last? The decline did not start in a boardroom memo. It started with one small replaceable part. To understand what happened, you have to go back to a town called Newton, Iowa, the original home of Maytag. For generations, Maytag built machines so reliable that their entire advertising campaign was a lonely repairman with nothing to do. That reputation took almost a century to build. It took about a year to harvest. In 2006, Whirlpool bought Maytag. Within weeks, the company announced it would eliminate roughly 4,500 jobs and shut down the Newton factory that had defined American quality. The workers understood exactly what they were watching. When the last machines rolled off that line, some of them left their worn work boots on the sidewalk outside the plant. One employee who had given 47 years to that factory called it a death to a lot of people's way of life. The brand did not die, though. That is the trick. The name Maytag still sells, still sits in showrooms, still charges a premium, but it is now a logo printed on a machine built to a completely different standard. This is the private equity playbook applied to your kitchen. You buy a trusted name, you strip out the costs that earn the trust, and you sell the reputation off piece by piece until there is nothing left but the letters. The factory that made the quality is closed. The workers who knew the machine are gone. But the name still tests well with shoppers, so the name survives, bolted onto a cheaper product built somewhere else for a fraction of what the original cost to make. You are paying for a memory. And the tool they use to do it is so small you would never notice it. It fits in the palm of your hand, and it is designed to fail. That part is the electronic control board, and it is the beating heart of the scam. In an old machine, a mechanical timer cost a few dollars, and a handy person could swap it in an afternoon. Today, nearly every appliance is run by a proprietary circuit board unique to that exact model. When it dies, and it is built to die, the part alone costs between $200 to $400 before a technician even touches it. On a refrigerator, the compressor can cost $400 to $600. So when your $1,200 machine fails in year 7, the repair quote lands at 60% to 70% of the cost of buying new, and the technician shrugs and tells you it is not worth fixing. That is not an accident. That is the design. An appliance technician named Ryan Finley, who has repaired these things for a living and teaches others to do the same, put it plainly. Machines built in the 1970s lasted 30 to 50 years, and when they broke, they were made so you could fix them. The numbers prove the collapse. A peer-reviewed study published in 2025 found the average lifespan of a washing machine fell from 19.2 years down to 10.6 years. Ovens dropped from 23 years to 14. Now here is where it gets worse. Consider the refrigerator compressor, the most expensive single part in your kitchen. LG marketed its newest compressors as having 20-year durability, printed it right on the box, and backed it with a 10-year warranty. Then the compressor started dying in 3 to 5 years. Owners reported that even the replacement compressors failed. The result is a string of class action lawsuits still active in the courts today over a part the company swore would outlive the rest of the machine. And the cheap parts are only half the story, because even when you try to fix these machines yourself, the system is rigged to stop you. A consumer research group recently tore down dozens of popular small appliances and found that more than 67% had no replacement parts available at all. 95% shipped with no repair manual whatsoever, and when one investigator called KitchenAid to ask about fixing a product, a representative told them the company does not recommend self-repair and falsely claimed that fixing it yourself would void the warranty. That claim is illegal under a federal law called the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act. They are not just building it to break, they are lying to you about your right to fix it. You might think the warranty is your safety net. The warranty is part of the trap. When a retailer sells you that tempting extended warranty at the register, they are not selling you a repair service. They are selling you an insurance product that carries a profit margin between 40 and 80%, far more than they make on the appliance itself. Industry insiders estimate that 75 to 85% of people who buy these warranties never file a single claim. So most of that money is pure profit on a promise that is never tested. And when you do file, here is what actually happens. In the words of Steve Sheenkopf, who runs one of the busiest appliance dealers in the country, the store that sells you the warranty does not fix your appliance. They hand your information to a third-party insurance company, which then hires the lowest bidder to do the work. Cheap for the store, profitable for the warranty company, miserable for you. Standing in your kitchen next to a dead refrigerator full of spoiling food, waiting weeks for a contractor who has no reason to hurry. And this is not guesswork. One dealer tracks every repair it performs, more than 33,000 real service calls in a single year, and the numbers are brutal. Some of the most expensive French door refrigerators on the market, including premium branded models, fail in the first year at rates above 20%. 1 in 5 broken before it is barely out of the box. And the failures are not rare edge cases. They are mass events. In 2016, Samsung had to recall 2.8 million washing machines because the tops could detach and fly off during the spin cycle. There were 733 reports of the problem and 9 injuries, including a broken jaw. Maytag recalled roughly 1.6 million refrigerators over a relay that could overheat and catch fire, and a year later recalled 1.7 million dishwashers for a heating element that did the same thing. Just last year, Ninja recalled 1.8 million pressure cookers because the lid could open while the contents were still under pressure after more than 100 reports of burns. These are not garage startups. These are the 5 giants who run your house. So if the entire market is built to fail, what do you actually buy? You stop shopping like a consumer and start thinking like an auditor. And you have exactly 3 options. The first is to buy the quality that built the reputation before the corporation strip-mined it. Hunt for pre-acquisition machines. A Maytag washer built in Newton, Iowa before 2007 used a heavy cast metal transmission and a simple mechanical drive that modern machines abandoned. A KitchenAid stand mixer from the Hobart era before 1986 has an all-metal gearbox that routinely outlives the people who buy it. These machines show up at estate sales, in classified ads, and at used appliance dealers for a fraction of the price of new, and they were built in an era when fixing was expected and parts were everywhere. Learn the years that matter for the brand you want, and buy the machine that was made before the family sold the company. The second option is to buy factory direct from the few independents still standing. The clearest example is Speed Queen, built in Ripon, Wisconsin since 1908. While the giants build their washers out of plastic to shave a few dollars off each unit, Speed Queen uses commercial-grade metal components throughout the machine. They back it with a warranty of up to 7 years when the industry standard is a single year, and they test every model to last 25 years in a home. Remember the dealer tracking of 33,000 service calls. Speed Queen came in at a 3.7% failure rate, the lowest of any brand they carry. For a stove, look at Blue Star, hand-built in Reading, Pennsylvania, by a company that has been making cooking equipment since the 1880s. The third option is the best-kept secret: buy commercial or buy European endurance grade. Miele, a German company still owned by the founding family, tests its washers for the equivalent of 20 years of use, 5,000 full wash cycles, before a single one is ever sold to you. Or buy the exact same commercial Speed Queen chassis that the laundromats install and run for decades on end. And the math is the whole game. A $1,200 washer that dies in 10 years costs you $120 a year. A $1,800 Speed Queen tested to last 25 years costs you $72 a year. The machine with the bigger sticker price is the cheaper machine. The Audit always beats the impulse. The era of buying a name and trusting it is over, and the 5 giants are banking on you not noticing. They are counting on you to be dazzled by the touchscreen and the smartphone app, so you never ask who built the machine or how long it was designed to survive. But now you know the game. You know the brands are masks, you know the control board is the kill switch, and you know the warranty is the bait. So before you spend another dollar, ask the 3 questions they hope you skip. Who actually owns this brand? Will the parts still exist in year 8? And what is the company genuinely willing to guarantee? Do not let 5 corporations turn your home into a subscription you did not know you signed up for. If this changed the way you see the machines in your own kitchen, hit subscribe for more stories they would rather keep buried.